attempt to try. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Timeout, Oregon.
Lining up to add another.
Kicker on for the extra point.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Bolden. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. First down for this offense. He's going to pass. Makes the catch. It's Blue. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. They knock him down after he picks up 5 out to the 34.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Wide receiver shows motion. Touch pass on the run. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. The pull and throw off the RPO. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on 3rd and short from the 49. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. At the 40, there he goes. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line.
And that is such great execution by this offense. 3rd down and 2. They know you're running the football, but they were physical. Great job creating a little bit of space. Not only do you get the first down, you chew up a bunch more yards too. Nice execution by this offense.
Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Touchdown Longhorns! Made the snag and strolled his way into the end zone. Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skilled players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Looking to move it through the air. Getting some heat. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. To the air. It's Gabriel. Now he's going to break the pocket. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds. The Ducks come to the line in the hurry-up. They'll try to get the first through the air. Got out of trouble and throws. Makes the catch. It's holding. And they stop him just short of the stick. It'll bring up a decision on fourth down. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. This offense is completely confident in their ability to get 1 yard. They'll go for it on fourth down. They'll try to sneak it. And they are stopped on fourth down. That decision will be questioned.
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive. You want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week, and you come out and you get an opportunity in the first half to go for it on fourth down. You shot your shot. The problem is now you put your defense in a bad situation early in this game where you're going to have to try to find a way to get a stop and create some momentum.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down. The Longhorns have pushed it inside the 20. Might as well give it to him again.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
In football, you hear the term quick but don't hurry. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate in his pass.
After the second down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. 3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Dropping back, it's Ewers. Looking to the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, Texas!
Touchdown, Texas.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Texas, 14, Oregon, 7.
So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. He'll bring it out. It's James. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum. He's going to fire deep. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the left. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. He wants to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Yeah, and a really good job by the defender, understanding the ball's coming. I got to break on it and go, and not try to intercept it and make a bad play. He swats it down and makes sure that's an incompletion.
And the incompletion brings up a second down for this offense. Pressure coming. Got away from trouble and got rid of it.
Good job on defense, getting a hand on it, tipping it up in the air. They weren't able to pick it off, but they do force the incompletion.
Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. Now improvising. Now he's looking into the middle. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. 3 straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He's looking on the right side. And they can't connect. Turnover on down.
And I don't know how to explain that one. 4th down and long, the percentages are low anyways, and on your side of the field, that is not the way I want to create momentum or start my first half. I'm not sure what they were thinking on offense.
And he's running in the open. Touchdown, Longhorns! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Getting set for the point after. Back to pass. It's a fake. The kicker wants to throw it. He makes the catch in the end zone, and that trickery works to perfection for the 2. They want to get the ball right back here in the first half. They've got the lead and going for the onside kick. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch. And the ball's on the ground. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime.
That's the end of the first half. With the score, Texans 22, Oregon 7.
And the Ducks will kick it off to start the second half. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Trying play action. Quickly out to the tight end. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on 2nd down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks at a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a 3rd down. In halftime in this locker room, there was a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead, but you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in this second half.
You're absolutely right here, and I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit. Let these guys take this thing over, be physical, and push this defense around.
And when you're a quarterback, man, I know wide receivers are great athletes and they're supposed to catch everything that gets near them, but when you don't put it right on the center, when they're running a lot of times, it just makes it a little bit more difficult. And I think he did that a little bit too much for his wide receiver right there.
He picks up 4. That'll leave them with 3rd and 6. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. On 3rd down, going up top. Steps away. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. With the catch, it's Moore. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the 1st down at the 34-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up there.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. It's Manning. Fires to the right. And that pass is intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And this ball looks like it just got away from the quarterback. I think he made the right decision. He was going to the receiver that seemed open, but just not very accurate on the throw, and that leads to the interception.
Trying to find his man on 1st down. He's taking the shot. And he's got it inside the 25. So he just lost track of where the line of scrimmage was. The illegal forward pass will wave off the play. Penalty will be accepted. On 2nd down, wants to throw it. On the move and looking deep. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Love the coverage on the back end. The defenders staying right by the receiver in the intended target. And as a result, that ball's incomplete.
Unloads to the right. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Ducks are in the hurry up. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. He uncorks a bullet to the right. That is just a sideline credit. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the 1st down there.
Yeah, and you've got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the 1st down. Need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
Maybe a little frustrated after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10 from the 38. Handoff from the gun. Makes the stop at the 23-yard line, but it's a pickup of 15. A 1st down, and this offense is smelling the end zone. The Ducks are flying down the field. They'll throw it on 1st down. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Well, the good news is he did a nice job reading the coverage. He knew exactly where to go with the football that time. Just a little bit too much on that pass. I wonder if that's just nerves. He's got to settle himself down a little bit.
Got it in the middle, it's Stewart. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the 1st down. And the Ducks come to the line with a new set of downs. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Ducks! Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. And then sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late. But at least you got the party started.
Looking to throw, it's Gabriel. The sweet feet buy a little time. Into the end zone for the 2-point conversion, and now they're down by 7. A 69-yard touchdown drive, and it was punctuated by an 11-yard run for the score. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll bring it out. It's Golden. He was just a breath from taking that one all the way, and he'll run that momentum right into the 4th quarter.
Texas 22, Oregon 15.
They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Use the play fake, now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Working on the right. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? This is what got this team in this position to win this game. Aggressive offense, taking shots. Here we are in the fourth quarter. They've got the lead. Why stop now?
Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. They want that clock to run. Great move. Now he's got room.
And the running back there did everything that he's coached to do, right? They've got the lead late in this game. You've got to stay in bounds. You're finding yards. It's a positive run, but you're not going out of bounds. Really well done.
Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. We have arrived at the 2-minute warning, a one-possession game as this offense tries to hold on. Second down coming up. Running back searching for a hole. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. Dropping back, it's Ewers. Not in lockstep there with the receiver. Now this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Finds his man and they convert. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch. Welcome to the old horseshoe on the banks of the Ncaa, home of the Ohio State Buckeyes and one of the great settings in all of college football. With the scarlet and gray already rocking this house. This isn't your run-of-the-mill matchup. You get a couple of powerhouses, both ranked in the top 10, and statements can be made in this one. As we'll see the number 9 team in the country, the LSU Tigers, taking on the 4th.
You got Ohio State, no game?
Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. LSU will put a foot to it for the opening kickoff. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. First down here for the offense. Leaves it with the running back. At the 35, he's loose. Right down the gut of the field. He's at the 10. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. Fielded in the end zone. It's Williams. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped.
At the 15.
Out in the end zone, he'll be stopped at the 15. Here comes the offense on first down. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Pocket starts to collapse. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
After the misfire, now on second down. To the air, it's Nussmeier. He fires to the left side. And that pass intercepted. He'll try to take it back. Inside the 30. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
You know, I like the decision by the quarterback in terms of where he was going with the ball. Just don't like the accuracy. That was not good location on the throw. Got away from him a little bit. The defense able to come up with a big play.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Then that last drive, if you want to call it that, was efficient. One big run for a score, David. See if they can do it again.
Yeah, and I find it hard-pressed they're not going to give it right back to him. You break that long of a run, get a touchdown, Jesse, I'm assuming he's going to touch it again.
You're absolutely right, David. Everybody in this stadium, I think, is expecting him to get it again, too. Big-time players make big plays in big games. Let's see what he can do here.
Fires deep toward the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Buckeyes!
Really nice job by the quarterback there of just letting the play develop. He had his eyes down in the middle of the field, and I think when he saw that deep middle area vacated, he said to himself, I've got a guy running right into that area, throwing this thing on time. This is going to be a touchdown. That's exactly what happened.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. The returner will field it and try to get some field position. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Oh, right through his hands. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one.
Hey, listen, the quarterback didn't get the completion on that throw, but that doesn't mean you can't try again. Trust in your playmakers outside to push the field and stretch it vertically and make a play for you. It won't surprise me to see this QB take more shots as this game goes on.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
This pass rush is serious, man. When you watch them on film, they do a nice job in the back end, taking away all the throws downfield. He's trying to get to his check down, but that pressure, it gets to him, and the hit forced the incomplete.
Got it behind the line. It's Durham. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. LSU right back to the line.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting first match.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to them, and it forced the incompletion.
Quarterback will audible. Looking to throw it again. He's moving out of the pocket. He's going to take off. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Man, that used to just drive me nuts. I couldn't stand that. The quarterback drops back to pass, scrambles around. You got me chasing you all over the field, getting close to the sideline. Stay in bounds. Please stay in bounds. Let me get a little bit of a reward for all my running so I can just put some kind of hit on you. Nope. Steps out of bounds.
LSU moving the ball quickly down the field. Back to pass. It's Nussmeier. Pulls it in. Pulls his way forward.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play.
Lets it fly deep downfield. And he's going to score. Touchdown, LSU!
Number 2 with the catch in the end zone.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they finished it with an explosive play in the passing game, scoring from 47 yards out. Fair catch called for and made. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
He wants to pass it on second down. Makes the grab. It's Scott. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. The time-honored phrase for a quarterback is field general. This dude, in this environment, he's like a stadium commander. He's like an elevated rank above field general.
He's like an orchestrator. He knows how to set them off and then bring it up and bring the excitement with the big plays and make it look easy time and time again. And that's why this offense is so impressive.
Snagged in the middle. It's Tate. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires to the right. Into double coverage, and they made him pay. It's intercepted. No real chance on the return, but they've got it at the 34.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Ohio State 14, LSU 7.
First down to start the drive after the break. He's looking to throw it. Grabbed in the middle. It's Durham. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. On second down, he'll let it fly. He slings it deep to the left. Got it! And he will score! Touchdown, Tigers!
Stupid boy. Just take 100. Wait, they might take me. Wait, they might take you. Let's see, that's one. I want to take some shit.
I'm going straight down the field. Throw me the football. I got the speed. I can beat this guy. You can tell they've done that so much in practice. They knew it was second nature, and they executed it perfectly.
Surely they're going to kick this thing away. Tied in the second quarter. They're lined up for an onside kick. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the foot. It's a fumble on the play.
We're only in the first half, and I don't think anybody had onside kick in the second quarter on their bingo card. They were trying to catch the opponent off guard, but it didn't work. Now let's find out what this offense can do. You have got to make them pay for gambling like that.
Time to take a shot. Touchdown, Tigers! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
A lot of times you see those receivers, as soon as they get by the DBs, you know, that hand goes straight up in the air. I got him. I got to step on him. He got to step on him. And the ball was thrown perfectly out in front. And you could see he runs underneath it, gets it, and gets the long touchdown on the go route.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. He's brought down, but a really nice return gets it to the 41. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Completes it in the middle. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Fresh set of downs after the completion. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. Now on first down from the 43-yard line. To the ground with the back. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. On second down, will they go back to the ground game? The Buckeyes will move the sticks.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
Offense picking up steam. 1st and 10 from the 31. They'll run it from the gun. Just ran over it. Just a savvy, veteran, productive run from this junior.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. Off play action. Coming after it. And the Buckeyes will have a first down.
It's so nice to be an offense on second down in short yardage situations. Why? I can take shots. If I want to, I can just act like I'm going to run and try to get the first down. Take a deep shot down the field. I can run the football. The whole playbook is open to my disposal.
He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind. Man, if I'm quarterback right now, after this long of a drive down this close, I'm going for a touchdown here, Pop.
And I get that, but I've worn this defense out, man. I'm going to go for the touchdown right here. And if I miss, they got to go the whole length of the field to score a touchdown.
They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And I don't think they got it snapped before the play clock ran out. There's a difference between being methodical and thorough and slow. They were slow, and they got the flag. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Looking for a man. It's Howard. He's got the tight end. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
Here's the snap, looking to throw. And this will be caught as they convert the 2.
Gotta love the execution. Not easy to throw down here, but the quarterback made a good read, accurate throw, and they come away with 2 points.
So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground.
That's the end of the first half. Ohio State 22, LSU 21.
They want to get the ball back right now, lining up for an onside kick to start the second half. Few anxious moments there, but the Hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They start this third quarter one-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready. And
it's complete! Touchdown, Tigers! And that one will give them the lead.
You know, sometimes as a play caller, you just don't have to overthink things. I've got a guy who's faster than your guys, and he's just going to run straight down the field. I'm going to throw it way down the field. He's going to make the catch, and we're going to score a touchdown, and that's pretty much what just happened there.
Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off.
The 2-point attempt is no good. That keeps the score for LSU.
They'll try to follow that last touchdown with an onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the Hands team is able to fall on it. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Wide receiver coming across in motion. They're trying to get to it. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Bounding over the top. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27. The Buckeyes moving quickly to the line. The passing game continues to be prolific, and as much as Ohio State has been built on toughness, They've been built recently on the efficient passing game.
I mean, so many good quarterbacks, and you know you're going to get great play calling, great offensive design. Ohio State offenses every year, year after year, the names change, but the production continues to be the same.
Motion from the offense. Throws to the wideout. Catch in the middle. It's Smith. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. And that's already his second touchdown of the game.
Up by one. They're going to try to get the deuce here and make it a field goal lead. Dropping back, it's Howard. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone, it's Thomas. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
Fires to the big fella. Still on his feet at the 45. And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Wants to throw on first down. Finds his tight end. Open space at the 25. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped. They've really got this offense humming. Just the fourth play of the drive, and it's first and goal. He's looking to pass. Keeping his eyes downfield, rolling left. Hit as he throws. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
This QB has been so comfortable all day long. Obviously having a ton of success. You've got to affect him. You've got to put some hits on those body blows so you can make him wear out and physically feel you. This is the first time really getting to him. This defense needed this bad.
Looking to pass. It's Nussmeier. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Pass. Now we're in the third and goal. You'd like to see this part of the field where you can exert some of that physicality, run the football. I know you're doing it, and I know the field shrinks, but I'm going to be tougher than you, more physical than you, and I'm going to run the football down your throat.
Got his man on the right. And they'll stop him inside the 5, but the defense is backed up in the shadow of its own goalpost.
And with that pass right there, over 300 yards. That's a good day at the office. Being able to execute, doing a good job seeing what's coming, anticipating, taking some shots today, but his hold really strong, put up some good numbers.
Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. And they take it in for 6 more points. If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing. For this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay big dividends.
Let's see if they can roll snake eyes in a good way and get the deuce. From the gun, he'll try to throw. Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
That keeps the score. LSU 33, Ohio State 28.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Just one of those mistakes that can happen as the kickoff goes out of bounds. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The offense set for a first down play. Quick pass on the fly motion. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football, and you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
Now the play fake. Fires to the wideout. Oh, he drops it. That is a catch he makes 99 times out of 100, but it'll be third down.
Man, that's one you expect him to make in his sleep, right? He's one of the better receivers in the entire country. He just dropped that one over the middle of the field.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. What a snag by the defense. Got room on the return. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. To throw, it's Nussmeier. Can't find his man as he... Shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Moves away as he feels pressure. Still running at the 40. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. He's going to pass. Just a short pass to the tight end.
Might have died with you.
Pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him, too.
So surprised we have not been calling this guy's name more. He's one of the best tight ends in the country, but give the defense credit. They have had an outstanding game plan, limiting him so far. That's only his second catch of the game.
He's back to throw on second down. Fires to the tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark. And the Tigers will hustle to the line. Wants to throw on third down. Got it in the middle. It's Taylor. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. We've reached a 2-minute warning in this offense, trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side. LSU moving quickly, going to work again on first down. To the air, it's Collins. Finds a soft spot in the middle. Got enough space. Touchdown LSU! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Number 88.
Now, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
My philosophy on going for two is only when you have to. Looking to throw. And good coverage and better hands on that shot to the end zone. After scoring that touchdown, they'll try to get it right back with an onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick. He's got it. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And listen, still a ways to go, but great job by this offense getting you back in the ball game. Now, we got a one-possession game. We've got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stopped? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back.
Well, every coordinator has a couple of two-point plays in his back pocket. They dialed one up there. They didn't get it. Let's see how that affects the outcome of this one.
They got one of the touchdowns they needed, and they'll try to get the ball back right now with the onside kick. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Okay, Justin, this is a little bit of a tight spot. You'd love to be aggressive enough to get the first down. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play. Calling a timeout here, you have to avoid making a mistake in this situation. Back to throw, it's Collins. Showing the arm strength to the left. He's got it inside the 15. Touchdown LSU! And once he found it...
Come on, gang. That nigga can't hold Kyron Lacy. Are you stupid? Are you dumb? What's wrong with niggas? What's wrong with niggas, gang? Say that nigga can hold Kyron Lacy? Oh my Jesus.
Right in the bread basket. Nice play. Nice pitch and catch.
He did a nice job at getting it up in the air early.
Nigga can't hold Kyron Lacy.
Run under the football, locate it, and then make a tough grab. That is the definition of an explosive play.
I could have scored out.
Now they'll try to get I'm rapping, stop on the brakes. They need to know that it's me who's doing the drills, but still got a mess on my face. Same niggas we try to kill, probably a squeal if we ever go down for a case. Nigga know we stay for murder. More anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the offense. And they do.
Saying no name, got a smoke in the air, better go first. Ain't that jerk, how risk
Back out there.
Niggas speak down for top. I'm trying to let my window down, so don't keep it up, cause I'm hopping out. So go park the V, I'll lock my door out. We big at back for that one shit, it's just not talked about. Let's sneak out like talk. DOA on the rival. It was like the route, not too much. See them niggas one rap, I'm trying to get in the top. Niggas gonna keep playing with you, I hope I swear you niggas be lost. Every time I come outside, shark get fat. Niggas better not get caught. I heard the hoes outside, it's my clothes popped out, some shit they cost. I got a big ass chop on me right now.
Hasn't thrown any
These started was up, but they thought I was done, but I got some shit in the phone. I'm trying to dirty your gun.
And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard instead. It's fourth down.
After that incompletion, fourth and long now on your own side of the field, you're trailing in the fourth quarter. What's your go-to play call here?
I can get 100 bows or 100 low, still getting it off.
Come up with a big one to give yourself a chance to stay.
Now we shooting out fire since we got that drop. Expensive. So my strap, these niggas be counting, don't need no bodyguard. Let's me talk that stretch on the wall with a vet. Sex is too hard.
They'll throw it on first down. Fires to the right.
Oh, that's a...
That play didn't go as planned. Now second and 10 from the 26. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air.
Dumb dummy.
Wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day.
Good boy, good boy. Good boy. Good boy.
That should be the nail in the coffin. What a great break on the football. Getting the big turnover. You got the lead. Now just go out there, be smart on offense, and run.
Not a stop, for real.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense.
We like to 16 feet. They gotta make money up in my sleep. Oh my god. Oh!
Big plays all game long.
Corner kill. Nigga fried rice on that side.
Yeah, I mean, they got firepower. Putting up so many points. This thing is easily over. Now they can just chillax, go back to the locker room, know they're going to get the victory.
Using his legs to buy some time. He'll pull it down. At the 40, there he goes. He's off the rope. Oh, and after the
Get that bit. Ah!
And the defense got it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
All right, offense, it's your turn. We got to get something together here. You got to get 2 scores, so we got to work fast. Defense, we just did our job. We just got you the ball back. I know there's still a long way to go, but we've got to make something happen really quickly.
This tight end is so athletic that at times they'll line him up in different parts of the field. That time he was in the slot. Nice job running the route, finding the open space in the defense for the completion.
He's got his man across the middle. Let me tell you, this senior quarterback can flat fit it in a tight window. Back to throw, it's Howard. Looking to the big tight end. He's got it. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. Timeout called by the offense. Clock stopped with 21 seconds left. The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. He caught it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
If we had any chance to make this happen, we had to score. There's a little bit of time on the clock. Now we need a miracle. Now we need to kick the onside, get an onside kick, and somehow, some way, make a big play.
Nigga, I live like this. Any nigga went to that grave and took a picture. He's going to JJ right here. Watch what I say. He's going to JJ right here.
Wants to go up top. Almost had the completion. Just missed it.
Conversion is no good. That keeps the score. LSU 45. Ohio State.
The clock is at 18 seconds. Hearts are beating fast. The onside kick is coming. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers in the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Going up top on 1st down. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on 2nd down. Scanning the field, it's Collins. Unloads it left. Makes the catch.
These niggas cannot hold Kyron Lacy, boy.
Touchdown, and that one just might finish this baby off.
These niggas cannot hold Kyron
The
Lacy.
final whistle, this offense took it to heart. Scoring late, maybe they could have wasted the clock. They made no doubt about it. This one's over.
They want to throw it. Makes the grab in the end zone for the 2 as they extend the lead. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. Just about set to kick it away.
These niggas be trying it. These niggas be on. Hey.
And that is not what they were after. Kickoff sails out of bounds and excellent field position for this offense. After this, it'll be a wrap.
He think he's finna throw them crossers. Watch out for the jumper. I'm finna jump it.
Comes out throwing on first down. He's going up top here late in the game. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. And he's brought down after the pick, and time has expired here in the 4th. Well, this was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring game, and it certainly delivered.
If you love offense, then you love this type of game. Both offenses going up and down the field, seemingly at will. Throwing the ball, running the ball. But, David, I feel like if you're a fan of defense, maybe this wasn't your cup of tea.
More defense optional. You didn't really get too much of that stuff, but, you know, listen, you got to get a few stops late in the game. You got to get one, actually just kind of one stop with this many points that were being scored. You got the stop late. That's why you got the dub.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.